The 5 special letters of Gurmukhi. Why do they sound different if they are at the beginning of a word versus if they are not? If kagga is at the beginning of a word, as in kar, house, it's pronounced differently as opposed to if it were not. Singh, lion, amog, unfailing. If chajja is at the beginning of a word, as in chala, which means dawn, it's pronounced differently as opposed to if it were not. Sooj, awareness, maj, inside. If tadda is at the beginning of a word, as in teet, stubborn, it's pronounced differently as opposed to if it were not. Gand, not. Card, invention. If tadda is at the beginning of a word, as in tan, which means wife, wealth, or worthy of praise, it's pronounced differently as opposed to if tadda were not. Bandhan, entanglement. Sadhu, saint. If pabba is at the beginning of a word, as in pal, search, it's pronounced differently as opposed to if it were not. Prab, God. Lab, profit. Let's see why is this the case. If the letters are at the beginning of a word, they carry their native sound. For example, kagga as in kar, chajja as in chala, tadda as in teet, tadda as in tan, pabba as in pal. However, since the description of these letters involves their respective predecessor, for example, kagga involves kagga and gagga, chajja involves chajja and jajja, tadda involves tadda and dadda, tadda involves tadda and dadda, pabba involves pabba and babba. So when the letters are not at the beginning of a word, their sound is a combination of the letter and the predecessor. For example, kagga will give a mixed sound of kagga and gagga. For example, singh or amog. Note that when kagga was at the beginning, we used the sound of kagga as in kar. But when it's not at the beginning, we are pronouncing the words on the screen as sing or amog, as opposed to sinka, amoka. Chajja will give the sound of chajja and jajja, example sooj or maj. Tadda will give the sound of tadda and dadda, as in gand or card. We are not pronouncing this as gand, card. Tadda will give the sound of tadda and dadda, as in bandhan or sadhu. Note that we are not pronouncing this as sadhu, but sadhu. Pabba will give the sound of pabba and babba, as in prab or lab, instead of prab or lap. So again, kagga, singh, amog, chajja, sooj, maj, tadda, gand, card, tadda, bandhan, sadhu, pabba, prab, lab.